Hi guys, today I have a front load Samsung washer and electric dryer set, and right now I've got this set. We're doing a quick wash today. We've got the temperature set at warm, spin speed is the highest speed there, and soil level is light, which keeps this time down low. That's kind of the difference in your soil level, is how long it's going to stay in the wash cycle. And you've also got this little guy right here that you can push. It's locked right now because I already started the cycle, but you can open this up, put additional items in there, and other things. Not really sure what that's for, to be honest with you. Pull this out, and it's running water through it right now, but you pull this out, and that's where your soap, bleach, and fabric softener, and all that stuff goes in there. And this is some sort of cartridge smart home connector thing. I don't know that you'd really ever need to use that, but it has it. And does an excellent job, runs like new, no issues with it whatsoever. It's the fourth load I'm putting through it here, and I've gone through several of these, making sure that everything works perfect. And then I do this final load, do a video of it, kind of as if you were standing here yourself checking it out. You get to see that everything works perfect, and it's adding the water in right now. I'm going to show you that it sounds great while it agitates. Actually, you heard the drain running a minute ago, but I'll show you it drains the water out. And then the final spin cycle, and once we get here to the very end, that has a nice, fast, smooth final spin cycle. Super important on these. Once you get it where you want it in your laundry room, and you get the legs stable, you take a pair of like channel locks, and you go around each leg and you pull it out quarter turn just to make sure that it is 100% solid. Then you want to take your level front to back, side to side, and make sure that it's level, because these spin really fast. So it's super important to make sure that they are level and stable. Once you got that done though, you're good to go. So we'll let this thing get moving here, and we'll come back. Okay, we are into the wash cycle now, and it's kind of hard to see, but you see those clothes moving around there. And I only run my test loads here with a cap full of bleach. Otherwise, you would see some soapiness kind of piling up here. Use the HE soap on these. And I'll show you when it's all done that the seal in here is perfectly clean. Everything's been scrubbed down. A full cleaning cycle with a special cleaning tab has been done with hot water. And this thing is in like new condition as far as being clean inside and out. And like I said, I'll show you that once we get it opened up and these clothes are done and we move them over to the dryer. Alright, it's running that drain right now, getting all the water drained out. Finishing up here. Now the cool thing about these front loaders is that right down here you have a little door that you can open up, and that you can unscrew it, and it's a filter that all the water runs through before it hits the drain. And so anything that makes its way down into this area, instead of just clogging up the drain, every 60 days or so you can pull that out, take it to the sink, knock it out, wash it out, and put it back. And if you ever have to move your washing machine, this little tube right here, and I actually recommend doing this before you pull that out, but you can pop this out, this little keeper here, and this little hose is a way for you to drain all the extra water out of the machine. It makes it lighter if you have to move it, and make sure no water will come flooding out of here if you do open that up to clean it. So that's what this is for. Otherwise, we're moving into the rinse cycle right now, and we'll be on to that final spin here in just a couple minutes. Alright, coming into that final spin cycle, it's getting started. Goes through kind of a little balancing act, but once it gets everything balanced, it kicks up to high speed. And I've got a bunch of pretty heavy towels, and if you read through the owner's manual, you'll find that actually a really heavy towel load, blankets, really heavy items should go on the medium or low, and t-shirts, jeans, and normal items kick up to high because of how fast these things spin. But when I test stuff out, I always kind of test it full blast. So we're going to get to see right around the 2 or 3 minute mark, it'll spin the fastest. So I'll come back for that, but it's, like I said, doing its balancing act right now, getting all those tails balanced, and then it kicks up to speed. Alright, 6 minute mark is pretty much where it gets past that balancing act. And you can see starting to spin really fast there now. As it keeps, and the drain pretty much runs the whole time. But even still, nice, quiet, smooth operation here. Alright, and we're really kicking up to high speed now. Show you how fast it's moving. And the great thing about how fast these move the clothes is those clothes come out really light. Cuts your drying time in half. As you can see there. And it's still gonna go a little bit faster than that even. Kind of slows down around the 2 to 1 minute mark, and then it's gonna jingle at us when it's done. But there again, as you can see how fast it's spinning, that's why it's so important to make sure that it's balanced, level, and the legs are pulled out with that firm snugness to make sure you just get this perfect, balanced, and it's nice and quiet too. Alright, it's done. And you can turn that jingle off too if you want. Or your kids can sing along to it like mine do. See, it's unlocked. And these are heavy towels that have been spun, max extracted. Extremely light now when we throw them over into the dryer next. Okay, now the washer's clean, cleared out. You can see our seals just about like new condition, very clean, as well as the door here. And I'm going to give you a little tip. When you're done washing with these machines, you leave the door open or cracked. Never close the door after you've done a load, because that will allow humidity to build up in here, and that's what causes these over time to build up and get gunky. So you leave this open. As a matter of fact, some people have a little hand towel they keep just to wipe it down after each and every load, just to make sure there's no moisture. If you do that one thing right there will keep these from smelling, but also just leaving the door open will keep them from ever getting smelly. And then just like any other washer, top load, front load, doesn't matter, every 30 to 60 days you want to take cleaner tab, toss it in, and run it through its cleaning cycle. If it doesn't have a cleaning cycle, which this one does, then you just run it on its biggest cycle with hot water. And this is all in the owner's manual, stuff we're supposed to be doing anyway, but yeah, if you do those things, you don't have any issues with the front load washers at all. When we come over here, you can see the door is equally clean. Everything on this one is clean. These are both in just about like new condition, nice and bright. Let's turn that light back on. So we got a nice bright light there. We've got all the towels moved over. Lint traps right here, so we'll make sure that's clean and clear before each and every load. You also want to peek down in there and make sure that you don't have any towels or socks or anything like that. So you always want to make sure this is in place when you're pulling your clothes out or putting your clothes back in, so that nothing falls down in there. Otherwise, you're good to go there. So we'll close this, hit the start button, and we're going to give that just a minute to warm up, and then I'll show you that it is heating like it's supposed to. I don't know if you can see the clothes tumbling around in there, nice and fast. Does not take long for those towels to get dry, so we'll give that just a minute. And these two look great sitting side by side. You can also additionally purchase the pedestals. I don't have them for sale, but you can get them that raise them up, give the extra storage on bottom, and then on top it's totally fine to put your dryer sheets, a little waste basket, and even your laundry soap. What you don't want to put on here is really heavy items that can bow down these top panels. These are in perfect shape, and it's fine to put those other smaller things up top there for a little extra space. Almost makes like a tabletop. You just don't want to put big cans of paint or anything metal that's going to leave rings or anything like that. So a couple little tips there for you. And now this should be nice and warm. Let me find my temperature gun here. Okay, so with the temperature gun, whenever I shine that on, it's going to take a measurement at 75 degrees on the outside of this dryer. We'll open this up. Now right inside the heating element tube there, it's be nice and hot. And that heat comes out, mixes with the clothes, and exits right here on the front of the dryer, and then goes out along the back. Where in your laundry room, you're going to have yours hooked up to a vent that's going to muffle even the blower motor sound, so they're going to be nice and quiet. Alright guys, well now you know everything on these is working perfect. We'll go ahead and get them listed up for sale. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Thanks, you guys have a great day.